all doing well. I know it's been a minute. I had my repro finals and my computer pretty much died on me, so I haven't been making videos in a while. I did record a video, a vlog last week for my first week of psychiatry, but I'm not sure if it'll go up before this or after this maybe, or maybe it won't ever go up, I don't know. But anyways, it's the second week of psychiatry. We've been learning about a lot of different things, basic psychology. We've been learning about mood disorders, personality disorders, schizophrenia, all kinds of things like that. And this block actually I've been having a ton of class. I've been having to go to class all day, which is also another reason why I haven't been editing. So I just woke up, had a quick breakfast, studied for a little bit. I did some Anki and some first aid. I actually started like officially studying, I guess, for my step exam. So I wanted to get some basic review down first because I feel like I actually forgot a lot of information from first year and I probably need like a little refresher. So I'm just going through first aid and I'll probably do that for a while and start increasing the amount of questions I'm doing throughout the block. I'm probably going to be using Kaplan QBank for my question bank, and as it gets closer to dedicated study time, I'll probably work on more of the UWorld question bank since they're higher yield, and I kind of want to save them to closer to the actual exam. But yeah, right now I'm heading off to the gym for a quick workout, and then I have mentor class again right after, and yeah, should be good.
I do it all for the family rap. Nobody part of my week on a Sunday. I just been ready to turn on the runway. Never be turning around, when it down, never be slow. I keep my foot on the gas, ayy. I know I'm never gonna crash, ayy. Now, never be turning around, be slowing it down, never be. I keep my foot on the gas, ayy. I know I'm never gonna crash, ayy. Excuses, I've been busy, just wanna see me fall off. Lose it, got addicted to saying that I changed now. I'm treating the game like a referee watching me. They treat, but really they can't get enough of salary.
Hey guys, so I just got back from the gym. I did a lower body workout. Had to do it really quick because I don't have much time. I kind of got late to go to the gym because partly because I was trying to set up my post. I did a drawing of Justin Bieber. I'll include a picture right here. And if you guys aren't following my Instagram page for my art, I'll put the link here somewhere and then down below as well if you guys want. So I just posted my Instagram picture for my Justin Bieber drawing because it's his birthday today, and I was just kind of like, I guess, commemorating it. I remember seeing him like as a young kid trying to like perform, and then he started getting popular and he like ended up becoming like super successful. And you know, that's like goals kind of nowadays for everyone, to like work on their craft and then make that their career and become successful through it. So I just wanted to draw a picture of him. I also put up a post of a picture I took in Toledo in Spain. And I left my review on Black Panther, which I saw this weekend. I thought it was really dope. It had a lot of good messages, a lot of great themes and topics that it addressed, a lot of deeper meanings, great visual aesthetics, which I really appreciate, especially as a wannabe artist. And so if you guys don't follow my personal Instagram page, I'll put a link here and down below in the description as well. Feel free to check it out. Check out my personal Instagram page or my art page. I usually put my photos on my personal one. My art stuff is pretty much all on my art page. So I didn't have much time to get like a long workout in. I like working out usually like an hour and a half. 2 hours or more would be like lovely, but I don't really have that much time nowadays. So I did a quick workout. I had to restart squat, so I just, I think I only did like 2 plates, and for me nowadays that's kind of hard because I took a couple years off of squatting because I got injured powerlifting a few years ago. Maybe I'll make a video on that. And I started squatting again, I think like maybe like a month or 2 ago or something like that. And I hurt my back like 2 weeks ago, so I haven't been able to do like any lower body workouts for a while. And I started again this week. I didn't really push it. I kind of just focused on form. After that, I just did some accessories, just like light Romanian deadlifts, you know, calves, abs. Anyways, that was a decent workout. Right now I'm gonna eat lunch, my staples. You know, I usually meal prep on the weekend, so I'm gonna have my kilo of mixed veggies and 10 ounces of chicken breast. Sometimes if I have time, I might have some non-fat Greek yogurt as dessert. And then I have to head off to class, which I don't have a lot of time to go to. I'll probably be late as usual, but I'm brown, so I get a pass, right? No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, I'll probably go to class and try to study on my own. I'll probably try to read first aid in the back of the room like I always do. Maybe do some Anki cards. I'll see you guys after class. Hey guys, so I just got back from class and I did a few errands, did some groceries. I actually stopped by CVS and I was checking out like the protein bars because that's kind of like I don't know, I guess it's kind of like candy or like dessert when you lift, for me at least. And I was checking out the prices on those, and some of those are pretty expensive. I don't know, it's like super expensive at stores like CVS, I think. I mean, GNC is pretty expensive. If you guys have NutriShop around you, those are pretty good for getting like cheaper bars. Costco and places like that sometimes have pretty good protein bars as well, but they don't always taste the best. So that actually reminds me of this weekend. I got to try out the Quest protein cookie and the new Quest birthday cake flavored bar. I think the Quest protein bar, the birthday cake flavor is pretty good. It wasn't anything like mind-blowing, but it was a good bar, and I think they're one of like the originators of that kind of high fiber, high protein bar. And I think it's like several iterations in right now, so I think they've got the recipe down pretty well. I think the bar was a little like firm. If you guys don't like firm bars, maybe it's not for you. And the flavors are good. It's like birthday cake flavored. The protein cookie was like slightly disappointing. It didn't really taste like a cookie that much, and I think the macros weren't that good. I think it was like 16 fat or something per cookie, and I forget the rest of the macros, but I think it might have only been like 16 grams of protein, I'm not sure. It was just like a little dull, but I mean, especially if you're cutting weight you really want a cookie, that might be like a good option for you, especially if you can't fit in like a real cookie. But I might, like if it was me, I might just try to get in like a protein shake before, and then cut down carbs from somewhere else, and cut down fats a little bit from somewhere else, and then eat like a real cookie. Yeah, that's just my review of the Quest chocolate chip protein cookie and the Quest birthday cake flavored protein bar. I like to snack on like vegetables throughout the day because I'm weird, and I got like a bunch of like tomatoes, and I'm kind of tired out actually. I was just in class for like a couple hours, but it felt like I was in class the whole day. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna like chill, watch YouTube videos like you guys are watching right now. And so after that, I'm probably just gonna study a little bit and then draw a little bit, and it'll be time for dinner.
Don't you know, it is getting low, it is getting hard, 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 hard. I need secrets to be a part of me.
Okay guys, so I just did some first aid. Right now mostly just biochem with a little bit of like psych thrown in here and there, but not really much. Anyways, it's dinner time now. I got my pond water as usual. I'm part of the pond water crew, and maybe some non-fat Greek yogurt again. I kind of eat the same stuff. It's kind of boring. One thing I wanted to talk about was so we had a clinical case last week. Basically, the patient was a child who had issues. He was like afraid in a lot of circumstances, like if a car passed by him, he suffered like a lot of things like physical and sexual abuse as a child. And I think it still continued even as he was as he grew up to an adolescent. So he definitely showed symptoms of having PTSD. So I just want to talk about that a little bit. So post-traumatic stress disorder is basically a physiological response to the body in response to a negative life experience that either happens to an individual or someone close to them. The interesting thing about PTSD is that it actually causes physiological changes in the brain in areas like the amygdala, which is responsible for the fear response, areas like the hypothalamus and the pituitary adrenal axis, and various other regions in the brain. Signs and symptoms of PTSD include things like re-experiencing the event, things like flashbacks and nightmares are common, avoidance of triggers or thinking about or even just talking about an experience, negative alterations in cognition and mood. So a person might have negative beliefs about themselves or the world around them. Hyperreactivity is also a main sign or symptom of PTSD, and it could include things like increased irritability or concentration problems. In our patient case, we had a child who was easily startled by things like whenever a car passed by him on the street, and these symptoms need to be present for a month or longer for the diagnosis of PTSD to be made, and that needs to cause significant distress or impaired functioning in life. So classical patients who present with PTSD would include individuals like a child who had physical or sexual abuse, a veteran whose friend died in combat, a parent whose child died in a natural disaster. So the main forms of treatment for PTSD include the first line of treatment would be psychotherapies, things like prolonged exposure therapy, cognitive processing therapy, EMDR, cognitive behavioral therapy, and various other therapies that basically help patients do things like reframe their thoughts, face their negative feelings, and reprocess how they're responding to negative memories and situations. For pharmacological therapies, there are two main drugs that are approved by the FDA according to various sources, and these are sertraline and paroxetine, which are SSRIs, or selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. And how they work, quick review, they're gonna be packaged in synaptic vesicles in the presynaptic membrane right here. they're going to release their contents when the signal passes through the presynaptic neuron, and they're going to end up in the synaptic cleft. In the synaptic cleft, they're going to bind to the postsynaptic receptors scattered along the postsynaptic neuron, and a signaling cascade will transfer the signal throughout the rest of the postsynaptic neuron and throughout the rest of the neuronal pathway. So after neurotransmitters like serotonin bind to and are released from the postsynaptic neuron receptors, they're going to be taken up by channels along the presynaptic membrane to be recycled and repackaged back into these synaptic vesicles. What SSRIs do is they just simply block the reuptake of these neurotransmitters, so serotonin isn't able to be taken up, it stays in the synaptic cleft for longer, and more signaling basically occurs. The adverse effects of sertraline paroxetine and other SSRIs are things like gastrointestinal distress, sexual dysfunction, and symptoms of inappropriate antidiuretic hormone excretion, so patients might have issues with fluid retention. Another therapy that's been shown to be efficacious in the literature is venlafaxine, which is an SNRI. So it does similar things by blocking reuptake of neurotransmitters, but it acts on serotonin and norepinephrine. The adverse effects of venlafaxine include things like stimulant effects, increased blood pressure due to the norepinephrine reuptake inhibition, sedation, and nausea. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that little clip there. Let me know down below if you guys want more of that, or you don't like it at all, and I won't bore you anymore. For now, I'm just gonna drink my protein smoothie. I'm gonna take a shower and head off to bed. I have to wake up early tomorrow morning to hit the gym since we have a class throughout, a mandatory class again throughout the day, and I'm gonna go back to my parents' place. I usually go back every week. I'm a baby. I'm gonna try to head back there as soon as I can after class. So hope you guys enjoy the day. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you guys stayed through most of the video or all of it even. Please make sure to give this video a like, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or anything else that you want to talk about. Feel free to write it down below. My social media links and everything else is down below as well in the description box. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.